This movie has 5 butt jokes in the first 25 minutes, I counted, and somehow each one is funnier than the last. That shouldn't be possible, but here we are. Alright, welcome back. Today we're talking about the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Search for SquarePants, and I'm going to say something controversial. This is a masterclass in committing to the bit. Let's get into it. So here's what this is. SpongeBob and Patrick lose Mr. Krabs' pirate certificate, which sounds like the dumbest MacGuffin ever invented until you realise that's the entire point. They have to journey into the underworld, the deepest part of the ocean, to get it back. Along the way there are sea monsters, the Flying Dutchman voiced by Mark Hamill, and more butt jokes than any human should witness in one sitting. It's aggressively stupid, and I mean that as the highest compliment. What makes this thing work is that it understands its own absurdity. Every joke is delivered with complete sincerity. When SpongeBob yells, "Destiny is squeezing my buns," he means it. When a character literally poops a brick out of fear and it lands with a loud clink, the movie doesn't wink at you. It just keeps going. That's confidence. Let's talk about what this movie actually understands about comedy. Repetition. The brick gag happens 5 times. Each time, it gets funnier because the movie trusts that you're in on the joke. Patrick drops a brick, and SpongeBob asks if he also carries a lucky brick. Patrick's response, delivered with complete confusion. I don't have a lucky brick. That's timing. That's setup and payoff. That's understanding that the 5th butt joke hits harder than the first because you've built a rhythm. The side jokes are just as committed. There's a character named Roger Bumpass voicing Squidward, which in a movie this butt-centric is perfect casting. Mr. Krabs answers his shell phone with "Shello." There's a bit where he's working on $1 in a bottle from inside a larger bottle, and the movie doesn't care how he got in there. It just is. That's the energy. No explanations, just vibes. What I love is how this plays for its actual audience, which is small children and the parents who have to survive watching it. The butt jokes give kids time to recover between laughs. That's genuine craft. You're pacing the comedy so a 6-year-old doesn't hyperventilate, but the jokes themselves are good enough that adults aren't checking their phones. When a defeated sea monster's pants fall down to reveal tighty whities as it collapses, that's physical comedy that works at any age. Here's the thing about SpongeBob as a character. He's not stupid, he's earnest, and that's way harder to write. He wants to prove he's a big guy to Mr. Krabs. He gets denied entry to a roller coaster because he's not tall enough, and it genuinely hurts him. That's real. Kids feel that longing to be seen as more than you are. The movie could ignore that and just do butt jokes for 90 minutes, but it doesn't. It gives you a character who wants something, even if that something is ridiculous. Does it work? Completely. This isn't trying to be Pixar. It's not reaching for emotional depth or life lessons. It's trying to make you giggle at the word butt for the 100th time, and it succeeds. The gags fly at you every few seconds. Davy Jones's locker is in a high school gym locker room. SpongeBob uses his front teeth as a guitar pick during a musical number. A character visualizes being scared by literally producing a brick. It's relentless, and it never apologizes for what it is. The director understands that silliness is a discipline. You can't half commit to a butt joke. You can't be embarrassed by your premise. This movie is about a talking sponge who lives in a pineapple under the sea, going to ocean hell to recover a pirate certificate. If you treat that with irony or self-awareness, it dies. But if you play it completely straight, it becomes funny. That's the trick. I watched this in a theatre with a little girl at the end of my row. She giggled from the first frame to the last credit. I did too. Not because it's smart or subversive or groundbreaking, because it knows exactly what it is and executes it perfectly. It's a classic of silliness, and honestly, we need more movies willing to be this committed to making people laugh at something as fundamentally dumb as a cartoon brick falling out of a starfish's pants. Should you watch it? If you have kids, yes. If you need something light after a brutal week, yes. If you think butt jokes are beneath you, skip it. But also, you're lying to yourself. For everyone else, this is 90 minutes of pure, unfiltered joy. No deeper meaning, no hidden themes, just a sponge, his dumb best friend, and 5 pooped bricks. Sometimes that's enough. The best comedies don't apologize for being funny, they just are. This is one of those. That's it. See you next time.